Hi everyone, Pastor Frank here. Very briefly today, I want to cover the call for peace and safety and also a couple of other scriptures for you because the news is very important today. The deal of the century is going to be announced by President Donald Trump. He has the Israeli President Benjamin Netanyahu with him. They're going to be announcing that probably within a half an hour. So let me get right to the heart of the matter, because this is what I'm looking for from what we see of this deal of the century. The prophet told us in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verses 1 through 3, listen to what he says. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that that day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say, get this, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. So, when we hear Israel calling for peace and safety, what's going to happen? Well, we're told sudden destruction is going to be coming. It doesn't say that there's going to be this great peace. It says sudden destruction, which means obviously war. Now keep that in mind, because Israel's been calling for peace and safety since 1976, and we're getting down to the final peace talks, the deal of the century. And there's news today that says if the Palestinians don't accept it, it's over. So since we don't know what's in that peace plan, the deal of the century, we're going to have to wait. But what we do know is from the prophecy that it looks like there's going to be war. And we see right now that the Palestinians have already called for the absence of restraining themselves against the Israelis because of this deal of the century. We've also seen, like in the news today that you're looking at, IDF to reinforce troops in Jordan Valley ahead of the deal of the century, because they believe that there's going to be problems, because supposedly, of course we're going to find out, that the Jordan Valley is going to be taken over by the Israelis from the deal of the century. And of course this is going to have a huge effect on what happens with the Jordanians and the Israelis, their friendship that is very, very brittle at this particular time. So we're going to listen to the president talk with the Prime Minister of Israel, see what they say, see what's in it, because what's in it is going to be very, very important to Bible prophecy, whether it's fulfilling Bible prophecy or it doesn't fulfill Bible prophecy. Now, in closing, let me say this. So there's much more to what I'm disclosing here, because if it says when they shall call peace and safety, sudden destruction will come, well, all we have to do is consider the fact that Psalm 83, that war hasn't been fulfilled yet. As you see on the screen, those are the nations who are told that we are going to see them attack Israel, bordering nations around Israel. And we know that these are probably the people that the prophet Daniel in chapter 9 verse 27 refers to when the Antichrist shall confirm a covenant with many. So it's dealing with Israel and its bordering nations, Islam nations. And later on we'll see that this, according to what we're told in prophecy, sudden destruction will come. We just don't know when that is going to happen. And there's other things that are really important about this peace plan. And one of those things is the length of this new peace plan. If there is a length, a specific time length in this peace plan, that will be a huge factor in us knowing whether this is in fact the fulfillment of Daniel 9:27 or not. So right now, let's turn our TVs on, listen to what is in the deal of the century. I'll come back and break it down for you in case you don't know much about Bible prophecy. So this is Frank Demora. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go and listen to what the deal of the century has.